All right, everybody, welcome to Cooking with Vince. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to the channel. It would be highly appreciated. Today, we're going to the region of Sicily, and we're doing some arancini balls, which are going to be your fried rice balls with the traditional bolognese filling. I'm using Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, Pecorino Romano. I got my suffrito, and I'm also going to be making a homemade tomato sauce. We got peas, we got vegetable stock, we got arborio rice, we got basil, we have about 130 grams of tomato paste, we have fresh extra virgin olive oil, we have 2 cans of passata, and we got about a pound of minced meat or 80-20 ground chuck, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. Okay, so our first step is to start with about 4 to 5 tablespoons of our extra virgin olive oil. A good bit of olive oil. And we're actually going to come in with about a half an onion, our half onion here. We're just gonna get these sizzling for a little bit, not too long. Our next step is to put our 1 liter of vegetable stock in. And what we're also gonna do is put a little bit of butter in there as well. Put maybe about, like a quarter of a stick of butter in there. All right, and now we're just gonna put 1 tablespoon of our tomato puree in here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix the butter and the tomato puree in. We're gonna let this boil, and then once it boils, then we're gonna add our rice. Now we're gonna add our rice, now that we're boiling. And this is gonna be about maybe, I would say like, maybe like a 20-minute cook. Okay, we're gonna mix the rice in, and we're gonna cover that. We're gonna start making our filling, our bolognese filling. So we're actually gonna come in with our extra virgin olive oil. Same thing, about 4 to 5 tablespoons. Be generous. Come in with our celery. We're going to come in with our carrots, and we're going to come in with our onions.
What are you making, Vince, here?
This is the bolognese filling. Okay, so we're cooking our suffrito in here. We're releasing our aromas. And now we're gonna add our minced meat. So we're just gonna come right in here. And what we wanna do is break up our meat until it's fully cooked. And then we're gonna add our peas and tomato paste.
Okay.
So we're cooking our minced meat here. Our rice. Move it around just so it doesn't stick. Okay, now our meat is cooked. We're just gonna come in with our peas. We got about 150 grams of peas. And then we're also gonna come in with our tomato paste. And this is about 130 grams, just shy of a tablespoon. And then what we're gonna do is just coming with a little bit of water. Not too much, just a little bit. I'm gonna mix this in here. We're just gonna add just a few pieces of basil, and we're breaking up our basil because we don't want it to break up in, or we don't want the flavor to leave the chopping board. So just a little bit of basil. A little bit of butter in here just to mix in with this, the filling. Okay, we're just going to ladle the filling in here. Okay. This is what your filling should look like. Okay, I'm just gonna put like a half a stick of butter in there. And we're gonna just mix that up into our rice. Tell me this rice does not look delicious.
It looks delicious.
Okay, now what we're gonna do is just put our rice onto... Okay, now we're gonna just very gently spread our rice out. And we probably used a bigger baking tray than we needed to, but that's okay. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano and Pecorino Romano cheese. And what it's going to do is melt into the rice. And don't be shy with the cheese. Okay. Alright, so now we're ready to start making our arancini into balls. This sat in the freezer for about an hour or 2 hours. So we're just going to take our rice here and we're just going to make like a little, right in the center there, just a little pocket, and put some of our filling here. And I'm going to put just a little bit of cheese, a little bit of Bufala mozzarella, and we're just going to cover this up with some more rice. Don't hesitate to use more rice if you need it. And then I'm just cupping my hands like this to get any extra moisture out. Okay. That would be the first one. Alright, now these are our arancini balls, and we're going to actually put these in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to show you how to bread these with the eggs, and then we're going to deep fry them and show you what it looks like once they're all done. Okay, so now our arancini, or our rice balls, sat in the fridge overnight. We're going to start our breading process. So we have our breadcrumbs with a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, Pecorino Romano, and some pepper. And then we have our eggs here that are already beaten up. So we're first just going to take one of our rice balls and start coating it in our egg mixture. And you obviously want to make sure your hands are clean when you're doing this. And then you're just going to kind of shake off the extra egg. And you're going to go right into the breadcrumbs. Sure we get it nice and coated, and we're gonna just put the finished breaded arancini balls over here. The next one like so. And the reason why we waited an overnight cycle is so that they stay intact better, so they don't fall apart when you fry them. Now you could also do something called a pastella, which is basically adding a little bit of water and flour together. And that's how they would do it in Sicily, or if you were in a restaurant, how they would do it. Okay, so now this is our rice balls now after they've been breaded. Okay, so now our oil is hot enough. We're gonna start our frying, and I have what you would call like an oil spoon here, and we're just gonna slowly drop it in there. We're gonna put in our second ball. But be careful, we don't want it to splash. Okay.
How are things coming, Vince?
Pretty good.
They're turning out all right? Oh, look at that. All right.
And this process doesn't take very long. I mean, we're talking about maybe a minute or two. And you're going to take them out once you have this nice golden brown color. Like so. So our final step is to plate our arancini. So I have this really nice plate here. I'm just going to come in with our arancini. And I have a combination here of Pecorino Romano and Parmigiano Reggiano that we're going to sprinkle right on top. Let's see if we can squeeze one more on the end here. Alright. And we're just going to come in with our cheese. Right on top. Don't be afraid to put as much cheese on as you want. There you have it. Arancini balls right from Sicily.